I.S.U.P.K.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Thou art a what?
An holy people.
The Most High said that you are a holy people. Now, since we're stuck in the Christian church, we don't understand the concept of what holy is. You know, it's ghostly to think about what holy is in the Christian church, you know. But holy just means separate, man.
That's right.
Holy means separate. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, wherever we go anywhere, first thing we do is we recognize that we're surrounded by heathens. We start to look for a familiar face because we are a separate people, okay? And according to Zephaniah 2:1, we're the nation that's not desired. Nobody likes blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, but they'll accept you at Pride Week because they know you're gonna be destroyed. You'll be destroyed for joining yourself to this nonsense.
That's right.
Continue with that. For thou art
a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord thy God, meaning that we belong to the Most High power. The Most High does not recognize us celebrating Pride Week. The Most High separates himself from us when we join ourselves to this wickedness, man. What are we doing? We're adults, right? There's a lot of adults out here, and you join yourself to this foolishness, man. The scriptures say that foolishness raised within the heart of a child, man. And that's all I see, a bunch of children out here doing what they want to do.
Right.
Because they don't know who they are.
Right.
And I charge the pastors, man. I charge the Christian church for this. By a show of hands, how many of y'all are Christians out here? Exactly. Everybody should have their hand up. Salaki, continue.
SKYPE, the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Man, the Bible says that the Lord chose you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. He chose you to do what?
To be a special people unto himself.
And the Lord called you special. We ain't talking about special ed. We're not talking about, you know, having a disability. The Lord said that you're holy unto him. You're special. He desires you. He wants you to serve him. He wants you to be obedient to keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. But the church says what? The laws are done away with. The church teaches that the laws were nailed to the cross with white Jesus, man. All that's foolishness. And it's a lie. Continue with that.
SKYPE, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's what you call black supremacy, man. Above all the people that are on the face of the earth. If you're a so-called black man, the Lord is talking to you, man. If you're Hispanic, the Most High Power is talking to you. If you're a Native Indian, the Lord is talking to you in the book of Deuteronomy, man.
Right.
That's why the church, they don't even want to acknowledge the Old Testament because of verses like this, man. This is the truth, and this is milk. And as babies, as children, we need to come back. We need to learn the way of our Father, learn the way of our family, recognize that you ain't no African, so-called Negro. You ain't no African. The Africans will tell you that we not the same people, man. The Kimbe will let you know he ain't you and you ain't him. So take off them dumb kente cloths, man.
Right.
It's ridiculous to see that. You put an ankh around your neck, don't even know what you celebrating or what you worshiping, man. I hate the smell of shea butter, man. Straight up and down. Good night. Continue with that. Go to Deuteronomy 27:1. We're talking about who we are as a nation of people. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I'm talking to you. Listen up. You should listen up. Hearken diligently is what we're going to get into. We're talking about some active listening. You need to not join yourself to this garbage, man. Because this is the reason why so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are on the bottom. It's because we think we have the liberty, the freedom to have a pride in being gay or homosexual, man. And we don't, because we belong to God. We are God's royalty. We're his children. Okay? Continue with that.
SHOW&quot, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel.
Moses of Marshall, he was the leader of Israel at one point in time, just like in today. See, we studied the ancient, okay? We study what happened before time. They say if you don't study history, you'll be damned to repeat it. And we've repeated history in this place in 2021, man. Being joined to America, man. Our ancestors didn't hearken unto Moses and the elders. Well, Moses and the elders today is Commander General Yohanna.
That's right.
And the other generals are the elders. All these captains and officers, they're the elders. Not your so-called pastor or your imam. They're not the elders of this nation, because they speak lies against the God of the Bible. All they want to do is sell you a dream, man. Collect your tithes. That's all you get. Song and dance, and you get robbed at the end of the day. And they might feed you. And even in that, they add sin to sin, because they'll have a whole Boston butt baking in the fellowship hall of church. And the Bible says that we ain't supposed to eat no pork, shrimp, crab, nor lobster, man. It's another abomination. It's disgusting. Continue with that.
SHOW&quot, with the elders of, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying,
Yeah, what?
Commanded the people, saying,
So they asked.
Commanded the people.
No, they made a request.
Commanded the people.
They did what?
Commanded the people.
They commanded the people, man. This was an order given to our ancestors, man. You don't know nothing about warfare because you joined in the Christian church, man. You so concerned about wearing penny loafers and what are them slippers they been wearing, Shamyar? Good night. He don't even know. We've been so far removed from the Christian church, it's ridiculous, man.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, Salakia, Stacey Adams. Stacey Adams, right. You're in the wrong spirit wearing the Stacey Adams. You're wearing them wrong.
Right.
You ain't supposed to be in there with no slim fits. What are the skin tights the brothers be wearing?
Right.
With your ankles showing, man. You in there wearing high waters to church, the prom, man. The slip-ons. Stacey Adams, good night.
SHOW&quot, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
Keep all the what?
All the commandments which I command you this day.
To keep anything is just to possess it, man. Make it yours. That's why we up here every Saturday, man. Lord willing, we come out here because we're trying to keep the commandments. This is a personal thing. This is our guidebook right here. This is our record. This is our history book. And inside it, this is our playbook, man. These are the rules of engagement right here. All right? It said to do what?
Keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
Keep all the commandments which I command you this day. Not no man laying with another man as he would lay with a woman goes against the commandments, man. It goes against the laws, statutes, and commandments of the nation of Israel. It goes against the God of the Bible, man. Continue.
SHOW&quot, verse 2. 28, 21. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
Salakia. Yeah, read it one more time.
SHOW&quot, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
This was a future prophecy, okay, that befell the children of Israel, man. So this right here will let you know that the people that call themselves Israel today are not the people of this book. They're not God's chosen people, the people that inhabit Israel today. They don't keep any of these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And you in 2021 as a black man don't know this because you joined to Christianity, man.
Right.
It's time to wake up. It's time to leave that delusion, man. It's strong delusion. You have been left to a reprobate mind being stuck in the Christian church, man. Aren't you tired of being on the bottom? I know I'm tired of being on the bottom. Continue.
Come with God. To hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Hearken unto the voice, hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. This is the voice of the Lord thy God. Coming out here listening to the priests and prophets of today. We studied the old, man. We studied the ancient. We studied with our forefathers. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The God that they serve, man. You trying to be the best American you can be. Striving after the forefathers of America, man. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, and that bastard Andrew Jackson, who destroyed my native Indian brothers, man. It's an absolute shame what has happened to our people in this place. Continue with that.
Come. To observe and to do all his commandments.
To observe and to do all his commandments. Those of us that know anything about science, you make an observation, you got to study. This is what this means, man, to observe, to do. You're watching what you do. We watch what we eat, man. We watch how we talk to our sisters. We watch how we treat our brothers and sisters. We learn how to do this from the Most High, man. Here's some of the most courteous people up here. We'll be real impolite with you if you come against this camp. But we're very respectful people. Okay? Salakia.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord our God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
That's right. We're supposed to be set on high above all the nations of the earth. What are the nations? A nation is a family, man. We one family, Israel, so-called black man, Hispanic man, native Indian man.
Right.
We're one people. All the other nations, the so-called Edomite, our oppressor, the so-called white man, that's who they are. That's their progenitor, okay? Moab and Ammon, those are the Asians, the Chinese, the Japanese, and so forth and so on. Ishmael is who? The Arabs, right? Elam is who? The East Indians.
Right.
Red dot, not a feather, right?
Right.
Come on, man. All the nations on earth are mentioned in this book. And you know that if you picked up the book and actually read it. They say you want to hide anything from a Negro, put it in a book. And that's true. That's a proverb there, man. We've been reduced to a proverb and a byword in this place. Continue with that.
Come, verse 2. Oh, you want me to jump down to 15?
Brother been studying. Most High in Christ. Go ahead and jump down to 15 for me, brother.
Come, sir. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
This is going to happen. This was prophesied against the children of Israel. Israel was what? Jacob, right? His name was changed to Israel. Jacob was the progenitor of the nation of Israel. He had 12 sons. Okay, and they became the fathers of the 12 tribes. If you're a so-called black man, Hispanic man, native Indian man, you belong to this group of people, to this family, to this nation. Okay? Continue with that.
Come, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
This prophecy is about us being disobedient, not listening, and active listening. You tell your kids to stop jumping up and down on the bed, and you go in the room and they still jumping up and down on the bed. Are they hearkening diligently unto the sound of your voice? No, they're not. And there's a consequence for that, because somebody's going to come running in the next room, holding their head, talking about some, daddy, I fell off the bed. Well, if you was obedient and if you were listening to your father, if you were hearkening diligently, that wouldn't have happened in the first place.